What is the secret for all of us to keep our marriages going so long and successfully as yours have?
Well, I think when you're interested in ideas and the constant challenges, and you're really attracted to each other by consideration of what's going on and so on. It wasn't difficult, it was easy.
And Lucinda?
Oh, you asked me before what was the most surprising thing. Bob is continually surprising me. And at one point, I mean, we've had ups and we've had downs, and we have 2 children that we've had together. And there was, I'll tell you, one thing that's in the book that's really interesting, because it's not just a love story. It's a political history. It's a story about terrorism and how the CIA and the FBI suppressed knowledge of terrorist conspiracies before 9/11. And it's also a book about my discovery that Bob was the way he was, as so many of his generation, because he suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder. And this is something that you think is just for Iraq and Afghanistan and Vietnam soldiers, but it's not. That's only 30% of the population are soldiers that have the PTSD. And what really is the most number are people like you and me who have had serial traumas. Bob had 2 destroyers in World War II, one that was sunk, and he had to just swim around trying to save his men, but he couldn't save his men, and so he watched them go down. He was then in a destroyer which was hit by kamikazes. After the war, his mentor and beloved boss, who he went everywhere with, they were going to take a plane to Buffalo for some business, and at the last minute, Bob said, I really better stay here and do this brief for the Supreme Court. And Judge Patterson said, well, I guess you're right. Hate to go without you. But he went without him, and when he came back in a blizzard because the pilot wanted to get home for his birthday, and the plane crashed, and he was killed. This was a real trauma for Bob. And after that, there was the death. He took care of his 3 siblings. He was the only one who took care of his father when he got gravely ill, and he took care of his wife when she got gravely ill. And there just seemed to be one thing after another, which I believe, and a lot of the literature believes, makes you go inside yourself. And there can be very high functioning people with post-traumatic stress disorder. And it doesn't just have to be somebody going berserk because they can't stand the pressure. The pressure can be put way, way, way back where it cannot even be felt. So that's my analysis of you.